Can't say stuff like that. I'll get booted. There it is. There should be. Unfortunately, don't really like being told what to do, but I would have said it anyway. There's no need to subscribe. I'm not like one of these people who's mining for subs. I just like doing what I do. You know? As it goes. Hello, how's it going? Addicted to treasure trash. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I ain't too bad, man. I'm getting there. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just carving a little key ring for my mate. We're always going up to his forest, and he's always got the key for the gate, and it's always loose, kicking around. So I'm just carving him a really basic key ring to go with his key for the gate for the woods. Just doing a little spiral like so, and I don't know what pink amber blossom. I don't know. Is that a trend? Is it or something? People always do that. Don't know. Can't get me around it. Yes, yes. Whittling looks interesting. Oh, to be fair, I've whittled some quite interesting things, to be honest with you. There's a spoon I made. What's the best project so far? Well, recently I've been getting into making ball roarers, and if you have a look at my shorts, you'll see them working. But here's a big one that I made. And I thought I'd put some patterns on it. But that's it's a ball roarer. So you get the string, you spin it round, it rotates through the air and makes a noise. And then beautiful, man. Thank you very much. Carve like faces into things as well. There's a wood spirit. And there's the second one I made, which is a smaller ball roarer, which is that. I'll be posting a video about 10:30 of me using this one. Ignore the midgets, mate. They can do it. Oh, I'm not fussed by them, man. They're just probably kids, aren't they? Because it's the weekend, so they ain't got a clue what they're doing. Don't even know that they're born. But yeah, that spins through the air like that as it's going round, and it makes like a noise. And that's what it does. But yeah, walking stick with a barley twist. I like doing this with it. But yeah, it's a walking stick I made. I just like carving, really. Wooden cookser cup. Which rude texture? Wood, is that wood texture? Any specific? If it's wood you're on about, I like ash. Ash is good. Oak's a bit annoying because it's quite tough, or ash is tough as well. It depends what you're doing, really. I mean, my favourite one to work with is cherry because it gets a really nice colour when you oil it. I'm just relaxing on my laptop, been busy today, sorting, prepping stuff. Well, coins are awesome, nice. I love a bit of history. I collect old tools, really old tools. At the moment I'm fixing this. I need to put the case cover back on it, but and put it all back together. But this is an old blowtorch, basically, paraffin powered one. Fill it up with paraffin, you pump it up. Obviously it's got a cover over the top of it. You light it up and it's a blowtorch, basically. I've tried making an old man of the woods with my knife at first attempt, but that's okay. I need to work on it now. Yeah, you get yourself some carpentry gouges and you'll be able to do the detail better than with a knife. Carpentry gouges are the way forward when it comes to carving faces. Lots of hobby, how's it going? Well, I love the spiral. Cheers, man. I do a lot of spirals. Oh, and I've made another ball roarer. This one's got a different noise to it. It's a bit louder. There you go. It's just basic, but there she lies. But yeah, this is a Americans. Huh? Bit of context, please. Not just one word. And then I'll put a handle on it, so it fits in between your hand like that. You can get a bit of spin on it with a well, it's a toggle on it really, I suppose. Toggled it up. Americans. What about Americans? Yeah, man. It's I'm gonna post a video in a bit when I come off of here of me using it in the garden. Rough edge, yeah, man. I'll put a bit more of a rough edge on this one. The other one's my kids turning the TV on. That one's got a rough edge, but it's a lot finer. But the bigger gaps make a lot of difference. I think the size as well. If it's smaller, it makes more of a high pitched noise. If it's bigger, it makes a lower noise. The smaller ones cut. In India, wooden art is very common. Really beautiful carvings on them. Looks beautiful. Yeah, nice, man. I bet they do some well good artwork out there. I like the black colour. Yeah, man. I just burnt it. I got a blowtorch out and burnt it. So it's got a few bits on it. I probably need a bit of doing, a bit more, but I yeah, I'll give it a burn. It was either burn it or use ebonising fluid on it. But ebonising fluid makes ash go sort of like brown instead of like a really dark brown, like ebony. So it goes sort of like a light brown. It's not too great on ash. It works better on oak, to be fair. But I've got a load of ebonising fluid I made ages ago. Absolutely stinks though when you open it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's a rougher edge. It does. It does. If it's got a rougher edge on it, it makes more noise. I was going to put it on both edges, but it seems to work alright with just the one. Made my own walking staff. Awesome, man. Nice. I've made a few walking staffs. I like making walking staffs. They're decent. I've been I need to make a new spindle for a fire set because the one I was using it's got too short, so I've got a nice bit of hazel there. And just need to shave that off and make it nice. I love old tools. I my dad's old wooden tools in the 1950s. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, the old tools are the best. They don't make them like they used to. I know people say that all the time, but they literally don't. Nowadays, it's just the tools are pretty rubbish, especially carving tools are pretty rubbish compared to what they used to be. That's going to be a spindle for a bow drill. Me getting carried away. I'm working on my mate's keyring, that's what I'm making. I found that I had a separate piece of string on the loop and then attach a circular loop, smaller amplifiers. The spin cycle, yeah, man. Yeah, that's sort of what I've done here. I've got four different strings. It's not one string, but instead of adding a loop, I've just tied it on like that. So when it twists, as you're using it, it proper winds up. Let's do it on a short piece. When you start spinning it, it takes a second or two, but then it starts kicking in. But it really tightens up when you're using it. Makes like a rope, and then it yeah, it spins really nicely when it's in the air, when it's in mid-flight. Let's see. Oh, I think of Mick Dundee. Oh, the one he uses is really loud, isn't it? I don't know if that's just the filming quality, but this is a nice great. Two strings, cool. It does actually make quite quite a decent knife. As I say, I'll upload the video soon. But I've seen ones where people put like strings in, carve out the middle and put a string in the middle, so it really loud as it goes around. Maybe I'll make a hollow one with I'll bore out the middle of one and see what that does. It's all about experimenting at the end of the day, isn't it, when you're doing stuff like that. But I reckon if I made one about that size and just carved out the middle, just chiseled it out, I reckon it would make, you know, add a tight string in the middle of it, I reckon it could make quite a good noise. But this definitely helps. I actually give myself a sore finger. I've got a crack in my finger now from doing it. Free frame in the vid. It sounds exactly like a film. Oh, nice, man, nice. I'll have to have a butcher's at it. I'm quite lucky in the sense if I'm carving something, if I can make it, I'll just have to have a glance at it and then I can make it. But I'll have to check out the one in the film and give it a go. I'll just watch it a couple of times and then see if I can churn one out. They made the last years. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, the cheap tools are just pretty rank. I've got like a 50, 60-year-old boat builder's gouge, and it's quality, mate. It holds such a good edge. Even like this, you know, this is a new knife, but it's the old style, and it's the old up and out. I mean, these things are brilliant, man. You know, someone said to me the other day, what knife shall I get for carving? So it's a sharp one. You know, like, it don't matter. You can spend 800 quid on a knife. If you don't know how to use it, or, you know, there's no point in having one. You can have a really good knife and not be able to use it. You know, I see a lot of people messing about with really expensive knives and they can't produce the work with them. And just, you know, it's like just get a cheap knife, man. But I swear by the Opinel knives, mate. They're really good. I've got some deer antlers actually. I made some flint knapping tools out of deer antlers. I had a bit of a target. There we go. There's my bopper for knapping flint. Just at the end of a deer antler, fallow deer antler for striking flint. And I made a few pressure flakers as well and stuff like that. Not too sure what to do with the end of it though. I want to try and make some sewing needles out of it. I think that would work quite well. Some Mesolithic sewing needles. I wonder if I can make a block for a bow drill out of a piece of deer antler. I suppose I could. It's just, I don't know if that would be comfortable or not. Maybe if I used that part there and drilled a little hole in it and just used it to pressure, might work. Don't think I've got a flat enough piece to make a bull roarer. That would be cool. Deer antler bull roarer. That would be pretty good. Maybe I carved it out of that bit there. Right, Millie? I think Nuri is in the shower, mate. Double check, see if she is or not. Yeah, I've got some deer antler. Alright, sweetheart, she won't be long. It's definitely carvable. But how long will my knife edge hold or something like this? Wouldn't want to use a Dremel, that would absolutely stink. I don't really like using Dremels either. Too noisy, too messy. I prefer doing things nice and slowly. Just a bit of carving, you know. But these things are awesome. As soon as Life's a Hobby, I don't know if he's still in there, but sore finger and shoulder, yeah. He's the reason I've made one of these. I see him making one, and I was like, I've got to see if I can make one of those. And so that was my first attempt at one. And this one's good, but it's got a really low sound to it. It sounds like there's a helicopter coming into land. And it depends what you're doing, because high frequency noises travel better in dense forest, and low frequency noises travel better across open plains. So it all depends what you want it for, really. I found a load of pictures of bull they found around the world. I imagine bone might reverberate. Might do. Someone else has just put Americans. Yeah, someone either didn't go to school and learn how to write sentences, or they're having a bit of a special moment. I think maybe having a little bit of a special moment. Make one the length of my arm. What? Just my forearm. That part of my arm. Because that'd be maybe this one's probably about the length of my forearm. It might be just sheer coincidence. Yeah, it is. Or the length of my whole arm. Because that's just a little bit longer if you go from crease to crease. And maybe not. Tip of my elbow. I think to say this is pretty much, unless you mean the whole length of your arm, but that'd be monstrous. It'd still be pretty funny to make though. I have got a log out there that's probably about the length of my arm. From elbow to the tip of my finger, right, sweet. So I need to make it about a hand length longer. It's weird, I'm a big bloke and I've got tiny little hands. My brother's a small bloke and he's got massive hands. Strange, isn't it? Well, I say my brother's small, he's like, what, nearly 6 foot, but he's a lot shorter than me. He's a wee man. It's funny when he introduced me to people. He was like, "Oh, this is my little brother," and then he starts laughing because I put my elbow on his head. I don't need to be wide. Weight like balsa. Okay. I can use the outer wood of some ash, or even sycamore. Sycamore's quite a light wood. I mean, that's got a bit of weight to it. This thing you could probably take someone out with. You probably use it as a throwing stick, double up as a weapon of war. In fact, that would absolutely kipper someone if you hit them on the head like that. It's pretty good. It's like a Maya tar. Is it Maya tar that the Maoris use? They make them out of stone. Looking forward to hearing the results, man. Love watching the results. Yeah, too right, man. That's what it's all about. It's the results. I might have another crack tomorrow. I might make one the length, do a full length one. So it's just writing random. These are just writing random words with no context at all. British, Mexican, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch. There's this more life quality checks them for me. Really thin them out. What widthways or widthways? What the depth of the thing is. Europeans. This guy's doing word. You doing word association, chappy? Have you lost the ability to speak? I think he's lost the ability to speak. But we must make exceptions for the slower chaps, mustn't we? You know, for the ones who struggle. For the ones who struggle. So what? Thin it out that way. Because that won't be hard. Because I've got loads of planks that I've been splitting that I've messed up that are really, really thin. Yeah, I suppose the lighter it is, the more it will cut through the air, I suppose, and the air will catch it and get it to spin and make the noise. Methinks wonder what would happen if you put like elastic in there. I don't know, would that give it so many experiments to be done. Put some elastic on there. Some slingshot bands. I've got loads of slingshot bands. Put a slingshot band on it and proper twist it up. But this one's definitely, I've definitely improved the sound. And you were right about the about cutting grooves in there. I had to do those with a saw though. When I tried doing it with a knife, it just ended up a bit of a nightmare. Just throwing that over there. Yeah, nice man. Yeah, it's all good. It's all handy. I'll remember it, and I'm gonna I'll thin it down and make it a little bit thinner. Just do different shapes and sizes. I mean, I made this one, but it sounded the same as the big one. I just thought I'd give it a go, but I've messed up the grooves, so I just decided to cut it down on one side. But yeah, it makes an all right noise, but it doesn't sound much different to the other one, to be fair. Oh, grooves discovered from the Irish ones. Okay, awesome. Who were the like original inhabitants of Ireland? Because I know like Scotland, it was the Picts, wasn't it? The Picti, as the Romans used to call them. Obviously, England, it was the Britons, the original inhabitants of Britons before the Anglo-Saxons and all that, and all the different cultures come over. Be quite interesting to have a look, actually. I don't really know too much about Irish history. I know a lot of Vikings. Vikings moved over there. Oh yeah, that last one's a proper experiment, man. It was just me just messing around. I just thought, right, give it a go. See what noises I can make out of it. But it just sounded the same as the sounded the same as that one, pretty much, if not even lower. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to make one. I'm going to thin it out so it's even thinner and make it a little bit narrower. And we'll see how it goes. I've got loads of little bits of hazel like that. I might make one out of hazel. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, definitely. I'll do some. I'll record it all and then and we'll see what happens. Just as an experiment. I'm going to make a sling staff soon as well, which should be quite fun. Stand on the beach hurling stones across the sea. But I'm scared that I'm going to smack myself in the back of the head with a rock because it is basically just a handheld trebuchet. Yeah, I'll definitely record them all. I've done the first two. I didn't record that one. I don't know why I didn't really, but I will record them. I'm trying to make myself a little Mesolithic caveman survival kit. So I've got my flint knapping tools. I've got my fire lighting equipment, but I really need to get hold of some iron parietes off the beach. I just need to walk around for about an hour. There's loads of it about. Get some iron parietes, then some flint. I've got my tinder fungus. I've got my deer antlers. I have a bull roarer in there. Get some rawhide. Maybe a deer skin or something like that. Have me my Mesolithic bow that I made with a knife, but should make one with flint really with my flint tip arrow. I still need to fletch it. I'm an absolute nightmare. It's fairly straight. It's straight-ish. It looks straight on video, but when you look down it, I don't know if you'll see it on there. It's tiny little bit wibbly wobbly. It's just got a little bit of a wibble in it. Apparently Gelder Rose makes really good arrows. It's nice and light, but it's strong. Oh, crikey. I just need to go and cut a load of coppice, but I'm going to that camp out. I want to bring a few people, some of my fire drills, some of my bow drills, just to, you know, it's just nice to use someone else's stuff to see how it works and whatnot. I'm going to give one to Sticks. I'll be like, here you go, Sticks, here, have some sticks. I might do a nice thick one. Problem is when you use them a lot, the spindle gets too short, and then it just squeaks like mad when you're trying to use the bow. And it does my head in. So I think out of a bow drill set and one V-notch like that, you'll get maximum of about 4 to 5 fires out of it, and then it's completely stuffed. Like that one as well. I'll completely rinse that one. That one's probably got another couple of burns left in it. And that one I just started off the other day, just getting it just right. I need to cut the V-notch a bit bigger. But I think the V-notch needs to creep in just a little bit more on that. But yeah, it's one of those things you know straight away if it's not going to work. I embrace the squeak. I used to hate it. Oh, it drives me nuts. If it's squeaking, I don't bother. I'll start again and make a new one. Drives me up the wall. Like the squeaking can be the wood gets polished, and it just goes shiny, like black and shiny, and it's just, that's what's squeaking. So it's not actually creating dust properly. It's just, oh, that's a pretty fresh one actually. There's one that I trimmed down because it was driving me up the wall. But yeah, it's if I've got one that's squeaking, I'm it does my Sweden. I don't know why. I think it's just a personal thing. I've got a bit of an issue with squeaky noises. Have I got one up here that's been polished? And another thing is like your block as well. Your block gets all smoothed out and makes that horrible noise. Oh dear. You embraced the squeak. Other concepts on squeak. That spindle needs to rest for a day. Haha, could be. What I normally do is if it's squeaking, I'll get the back edge of my knife and just rough it up to stop the string from slipping. So I'll just go along like that and put a load of grooves on it, because it basically polishes the wood as you're doing it. So I use just the rough side of my knife and then rough it up so it's got a bit of grip to it. Oh, I've got the spin. I haven't got a bow up here. So that's squeaking, that's no good. Well, for me it's no good anyway. Oh, there we go. That's a massive no-no. Needs to be a fresh hole. To me it's just slipping, it's not actually making. Warming up already. Another thing is, I think if the spindle's too dry, it can actually make a massive difference. If the spindle's too dry, it's got some heat in it. So that squeaking is just too much for me. Potentially set fire to my leg. And I think that is because it's literally polished itself. So it's really, really smooth. But if I go and get, say, embrace the squeak. So if I get a U-shaped gouge, and rough that up. Yeah, new hole 100%. I'll just work on this one. I'll try not to give up. Hand drills, you got to be, well, I'm not fit enough to do a hand drill these days. So now it's not polished. I think it's just a case of it quite warm. Yeah, hand drill. Start running. If you want to do a hand drill, go for a run. Do a couple of running sessions. Get your cardio up. For me, it's a case of will I make fire or will I keel over? Good night, dude. Call it, man. See you later, bud. Yeah, it's time I finished up some stuff. So call it a day. Yeah, see you later, dude. Have a good one. Is she out of the shower yet? So that's making the right noises now. Now apparently the technique is to move your hands like that as you're doing it, so you get the most amount of movement out of there. But that's polished again. No, I think that would work. Just needs to be at the right angle. See if I can create the dust. Yeah, we've got some dust. There's no way I'll be able to do it long enough to even think about making a coal, but I'm going to give that a go tomorrow on the bow drill. If not, I'm going to get myself a new piece of wood and just make another half, whatever which way you want to call it. Hey, there she goes. A half, a half, a half. It's about half, isn't it? Half. Right, I'm going to go anyway. I've got about 10% battery left, so it's getting a bit diabolical in here. I'll see you guys later. Anyone that's still watching, thanks for coming on, and I'll be live at some point again.